afternoon. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you, Megha, for having me and sharing such kind words about me. And I hope I live up to all of them today and from your own always. I would first like to say a big, big thank you to Shriyan, Shrishti, and Ananya for sharing. I think it takes a lot of courage to come up there and speak, to raise your hand up there, to actually voice what you have felt. I loved when Shrishti actually said that, I wanted to do all four. And then after 3-4 days, I realized it's not so easy to do all four. I can do one at a time or two at a time. And that's being honest with yourself first and being able to be honest with the world. I think a lot of us need honest people out there, which don't just show us pretty perfect pictures, because nothing is on a platter out there. You have to work your way through everything. So it isn't that you get all four, you start wanting to do all four, and then you realize that you can't do all four, but you started with an intent and you still kept going, and that was beautiful. Like, thank you so much, Shrishti, for even inspiring me out here, saying that it doesn't matter how far you go, it matters that you start somewhere, and that somewhere is wherever you are standing. So, it's like when you want to go to the peak of Mount Everest, where do you start from? Where do you start walking from?
Y'all can type in your answers in the chat.
Can you tell me that when you want to go to the peak of Mount Everest, where will you start walking from? Where do you start planning from?
They keep typing it, Anushree says.
Okay. So I should just open up the chat button. Yes. From the bottom. Absolutely. And what bottom means is not really the bottom, it's wherever you are standing. If you're in Chennai and Kerala and I see people from all over, you'll actually start from wherever you are, wherever Mount Everest is. I will start planning, okay, from Pune, how do I get to Delhi? From the start, from wherever you are, you can start. And I think as long as the intent is reaching the top, it doesn't matter where you start from, because you just have to start. So thank you, Shrishti, for giving that insight to us and saying that I started wherever I could. Shriyan, thank you so much for sharing. You're such an amazing orator, like that kind of confidence that you had, and you just flowed and you spoke from the heart, I think, which is what even Megha recognized. I loved that, because I think I am somebody who speaks from the heart as well. I had a lot of pointers that I was trying to jot down, and I've given all of it up because I just want to speak from the heart now, because you all are such amazing and inspiring people. And what I loved is that he said that for me, loving and appreciation was so important, but what I took on was doing. I think that step one to a leader is leaders take responsibility. They decide that this has to happen and they will make it happen. The first and foremost is you don't look at people, oh, he's not doing this, she's not doing this, why is this not happening? You take responsibility and you take the onus of it happening, making it happen, and it starts by simply doing. A lot of times as leaders, we think we're up there. So, we're supposed to make everyone do it, but not do it ourselves. What we don't realize is leaders are role models. Aren't all of y'all aspiring to be role models here? A little, expression back, like some body language, that would help. So
put something, do something so that she knows what you're feeling. Yeah.
So I really feel that a lot of times, and I'll tell you a very small incident that I had as a homemaker. Okay, so I had this staff come in and they were new, and I just told them there will be guests coming, and I usually like a lot of details in whatever I do. I don't like to be superficial about anything. So when you come for a cup of chai home, there won't just be a cup of chai. There will be a little flower pot on it. There will be a little candle in the tray. There will be a few cookies or, biscuits or something. So it will be a platter full that has to come. Now, somebody who just joined me 2 days ago obviously does not know that, because not everybody would probably serve chai this way. And they just picked up one plastic tray, they put a chai cup without the saucer, and they got it. And I was like really in my head, like upset, but I was with someone, so I couldn't really be upset at them at that point of time. But I was glad because I did not respond immediately. It gave me some time to think. I could absorb what happened. And when I went back to them, I realized that I hadn't taught them what to do. I hadn't really coached them. I hadn't guided them. So I wasn't a leader enough who had told them how it is to be done, what has to be done. And I just expected output without giving the input. If you don't charge your phone, you won't have power in that phone. And you can't expect that phone to work for you. Similarly, with a team, when you are at the helm, you will have to show what has to be done, how it has to be done, and only then you can expect it to be done. So a lot of times, when we are becoming, leaders in our own classrooms, even as siblings, we're like, you expect the younger one. All of us have been, I'm the elder sibling, and I'm like, I'll tell my brother Akshay, why can't you just write this for me? And he'll be like, I'm trying, I'm doing my best. And that best is not best enough for me sometimes. And I'm like, but just do it. And I just realized that he's still learning. I have learned. So what would be good is the first time I teach him how I like it. So the second time you win two things. A is you've grown them also to do something that you would have expected them to do in a certain way. B is a lot of confidence is instilled in them and yourself that it will be done just the way you're expecting it to be done. And third is they also respect you for the way that you have gotten them to be a part of this learning process. So thank you, because I think leadership takes responsibility. It does not just delegate. It does not just order. We always think, bosses is just ordering, giving commands and demanding things. It's not. It's about taking responsibility, which starts from doing. So Sharon, good luck with doing and keep that going, because it's going to take you a long, long way. And that's when people will even further look up to you as a role model, and it empowers you, right? Then you're not dependent on anyone else. It's like I have taken charge of my life. So you're not cribbing why it's not done, what's not happening for me. You know that you can make things and magic happen for yourself.